Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 169, and I am so glad that you are here today because I'm doing part 2 of this little series. It's just 2 parts, by the way, this little series about the world that you're creating with your business. Last week, if you haven't listened already, it's episode 168. I talked about the world that you're creating for your customers and clients. Today, I'm talking about the world that you are creating for yourself as you are starting and building this business. And you may not have ever thought about it this way, but I want you to today. If you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt that it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're just dreaming about starting a business, whether you're starting one now, or whether you're even growing your new business. This is the place for you. And I'm so happy that you're here. Make sure you get plugged in right now if you are new. You can get plugged in by number 1, subscribing to this podcast. So if you're in Apple Podcasts, for example, hit the plus button and it'll follow this podcast. That way you'll just get little notifications when I drop new episodes each week because I don't want you to miss out on anything. And then also I have a free Facebook group that is for women starting businesses. That's what it's called, Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. You can jump in there with us. It's such a fun group. We have so many supportive women. I don't want you to go about starting your business alone. There's no sense in doing that when you can learn so much from others. So make sure you get in the group. Click the link down below. It'll take you to my Facebook page. You're going to answer 3 quick questions and then I will let you in. Okay. And then the third thing you need to know is that I have some free downloads for you. So if you want them, I've got a guide that's going to help you figure out a business idea or really what your business purpose would be. If you're in that idea stage, this is perfect for you. It's called a Business Ikigai Guide. You'll see it below. The other free download that I have is a 16-step checklist for starting your business. People love this. They tell me all the time. They go through and they mark everything off as they're starting their business. So that's super handy. So welcome if you are new. I'm so glad you're here. And if you have been a loyal listener of mine, I just want to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you very much for the past 3+ years now. This has been such an amazing journey and y'all all have supported me and you keep coming back and the numbers just keep going up and up and up. And I'm just so honored. So thank you all so much to my loyal listeners. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello everyone. How are you today? I hope y'all are having an awesome week. I've had an interesting week. So it was all crazy, with all the kids home for the holidays and all that stuff. I'm sure y'all had all that too, and traveling and everything like that. And now today, just this afternoon, it is quiet. My house is quiet and I kind of don't know what to do.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to go record a podcast episode because that's really fun. And that'll get my mind off of being sad because my oldest daughter, Lexi, is back in Dallas where she's working. My son, Grayson, is on his way as we speak, as I'm recording this, to Spain to study abroad this spring. And so we took him to the airport this morning. It was so sad. So we hope to see him maybe once. We'll fly to Spain, where I'm hoping I can pull that off maybe around spring break time. Anyways, my house is quiet. And I'm sure a lot of you feel this way, like after the holidays and big events. And then sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, okay, what do I want to do with my time? And I'm like, of course, I know what I want to do. I want to work on my business a little bit today, right? And that's why I'm recording this podcast episode. So I'm just so glad that y'all are here today. And I hope that you are able to get in that mode where you're starting to really think through your business, how you're going to maybe start it if you were in the starting stage, how you're going to grow it, how you're going to take control over this amazing opportunity. And today I wanted to talk to you about the world you are creating for yourself as you're starting and building this business. Now, last week, if you listened, I talked about the world you're creating for your customers and clients, okay? And it's about the environment, the feel, the vibe, the energy that you're creating for them, because that's what's going to keep bringing them back and help you build a successful business. Well, in the same token, you need to be thinking about the environment that you're creating for yourself. Okay. So I want you to think about something, and actually a few things. I want you to think about the environments that you already create for yourself right now. Okay. You've created an environment and many environments for yourself that you may not have even realized. Number one, you can think of it as the way you decorate your house, right? What kind of house you have. Do you live in the city, an apartment? Do you live out in the country? Do you live in the suburbs, right? What is the feel and the vibe and the energy about your home? Why do you like it? Maybe why do you not like it? Why are things, what are the things that you want to change? But think about it. You've created an environment, even if you don't have your dream house yet, or you don't have it decorated in the most amazing way that you dream of, right? There is a feel that you have in your home when you walk in. What about the feel that other people have when they come in your home? Can you tell that they get a vibe? Do they make comments on anything? Do they keep coming back? I was thinking about my son being here over the Christmas holidays, and he's super social and constantly has people over almost every day. We have somebody over. And, I often think what a blessing that is and what a gift that is, that these kids want to come over and even talk to us. We're the nerdy parents, and that my son is proud to have people over at his house. He's even told me that some people don't have good family homes, and the energy in their homes is not good even for the kids. They know that it's toxic. One of their parents maybe has some emotional difficulties, and it just creates a tough environment, and the kids just want to go back to college. That's what he tells me. Most of them, and he never understands that because he likes being at home, right? And of course, every kid's different, right? I'm not saying that my kids all want to be here with us all the time. They do not. But I'm just making a point that there's something that we've created in the home, and it's definitely not because we have the nicest home or the most, top decorated or the most modern or anything like that, right? There's some energy or feel that we've created in our home that also makes it comfortable for other people to be around us, okay? Hopefully, right? Think about it. So your home, first of all, you've created an environment in your home. Think about an environment maybe where you have pets or animals, or maybe you have horses, anything. You've created that environment. And usually if you're someone that has pets, a cat, a dog, you love the animals and it kind of brings joy to your life. And that's the environment that you've created for yourself. Maybe even too, an environment that you have in your home is the food that you eat, right? The food that you have in your pantry and your refrigerator. Is it an environment of all junk food? And if it is, shame on you. You need to get healthier, right? I'm a true believer in health. But I'm just saying, think about it. What's the environment? Is it we eat out all the time, or we do try to make home cooked meals, or we do have healthy snacks? It was funny too. My kids have said it used to make them so mad and embarrassed when friends used to come over when they were little, because we always had healthy foods. And now they tell me that they see the value in that so much better. And they're so thankful that I'm have, created an environment of health food, which I'm not, believe me, I am probably in the middle. I'm not like extreme healthy, like a lot of people that I know. I'm not that, but I think to them, we seem a lot healthier than other families' homes that they go to, and they're actually grateful for it. So I don't know how that happened, that they were actually grateful for that, but they are now as they've gotten older, right? Think about your environment in your home of physical health, like physical fitness. Are people active in your home? Do you have an environment that promotes physical fitness and activity and health and well-being, right? Or even think about it with your faith, right? Do you create a home where faith is talked about and it's open, or maybe it's not, and that's okay. I'm just saying, I want you to think through the environment that you've created for yourself, right? There's so many things that we've done for our own lives that creates an environment. Even how we organize our home, habits that we have create an environment. I told y'all a while back, for a while, I had stopped making my bed, and now I make my bed every day. And it's an environment now that I'm like happier in, because every time I pass by my bedroom or I go in there to get something out of the bathroom or something, I'm always like, my room is clean. It just feels good. Like the environment that I've created for myself by simply picking up a habit is really good, and it's good for my mental health and makes me happy, right? So today, I'm saying all this because I want you to think about the environment that you're creating intentionally for your business, and you in your business, working in it every day, right? Like, what's the environment you've created for you? What's the feel? What's the vibe that you have when you're working on your business? Are you frazzled? Are you overwhelmed? Are you mad? Are you in a bad mood? Is it spilling over into the way that you treat your spouse, partner, husband, wife, kids, whatever? Animals, are you snappy? Are you grumpy? Are you worried? Are you not able to sleep at night because you're so worried about your business? Are you yelling at people to get out of the room when you work? Is your workspace messy and disheveled and unorganized? Are you, finding yourself never knowing what you should work on or what you should do or who you should hire, and you're like all chaotic? Is this your environment? Or have you intentionally created an environment that brings organization, that brings a method to your madness? I always like to say that, right? We all have to have a method to our madness. Is your desk organized? Like, you don't have to be the Container Store, okay? But is it so that when you sit down, your brain isn't distracted by all the crud on your desk? I challenge you today to think about the environment of your business, right? Even people that you may hire to work for you. You may hire a neighbor or one of your kids or a niece or a nephew, family member, friend, whoever. And if they're working with you, is it a tense environment? Are you grumpy? Or do you have it together? Are you at least being kind? Is it an open dialogue type environment where nobody's scared to say anything? Are people walking on eggshells around you? Think about it. Like right now, I don't know what you're doing. If you're on a walk, if you're driving, if you're cleaning the house, if you're doing something else, what is the environment? Like if you had to summarize it right now, I just want you to just kind of think here a minute. I'm going to give you a few seconds. What's the feel? What's the environment that you've created? Okay. If you have even a physical store, right? I know most of you are like doing some kind of online or local, maybe you do booths, something like that. What's the feel when people are talking to you? What energy are you giving off? But I know last week we talked about for your customers and clients perspective, like what's the feel that they get? But I really want you to think about today, what's the feel that you get? What is the feel that you get as you're working on your business every day? Are you excited? Are you optimistic? As I said earlier, are you organized? Do you have a plan? Are things mapped out? Do you know what you're working on? Do you know what to be focusing on? Or are you wasting time, energy, and money on things you don't need to be doing right now? In fact, just this week, I did a live training in my Just Getting Started group. By the way, if you join today, you get access to that live training, and it was 10 money-saving tips for when you start your business. And we went through 10 major things that I've seen that people waste their money on as they're starting their business, or they get caught in this like indecision mode, like, should I do this or should I do that? And I hopefully helped squash all of those 10 things. And it was a blast and so much fun. I invite you, by the way, to check out the Just Getting Started group if you haven't yet, because it's my group where I lay everything out for you, all the plans, steps for starting your business. If you have a product or service business, all kinds of trainings, workshops like the one I did this week about money saving tips. And it's only $7 a month, y'all. $7 a month. I mean, come on, to get monthly training and all this stuff. Anyways, my point is that I was talking to them about things that they should be focused on and not focused on right now, because I do see this as a huge problem. For a lot of you, you want to do everything for your business right now. You want to have it the most amazing version of itself right now. And I'm here to tell you that it's not going to happen. Like, stop wasting all your energy on that. You need to make it good enough right now to get going so you can start getting some sales. You need to get it open, first of all, and you need to start getting some sales, because that's when you're really going to start learning and you're going to start realizing how to tweak your product, how to tweak how you sell it, what you say, all that good stuff, right? So what I want you to do today is really think about, how do I feel when I'm working on my business? That's the first thing. How am I feeling? Do I feel happy, excited, optimistic, or do I feel chaotic, crazy, confused, all of that? How do I feel? Ask yourself this, okay? How do I feel when I'm working on my business? How does my desk and workspace feel? Okay. How does my workspace feel? Does it feel organized, cluttered, chaotic? I can't concentrate. I don't even know. How does my workspace feel? Right? And the third one would be, how do I feel about what I'm offering? Right? What's the environment? Do I feel like I'm at my best when I'm offering it, when I'm making it, when I'm creating it, when I'm building it? Because you should. You should feel in your zone with whatever you're offering. That's what I believe. Because I believe if you're in the zone, you're creating some type of art, whether it be a service or a product. You're creating something that is genius. Okay. And you all probably don't even realize that, but you're all a genius in your own way, right? You're creating something someone else has never created. You're creating it in your way, right? Okay. So how do you feel about it? Do you feel exhilarated about creating and making it and offering it to people and seeing a smile on their face, or seeing them so happy with the value of what you bring? I want you to think about that, because these are big questions to ask yourself. How do I feel every day? Number one, when I'm working on my business, am I optimistic and excited or not? Number two, how do I feel about the physical workspace around me? Is it okay? Does it feel like a place of work and not a place of chaos, right? Can I actually be productive and get things done? And number three, how do I feel about what I'm offering? Do I feel good about it? Do I feel in the zone? Because if you answered no to any of those questions, I want you to regroup. I really want you to regroup today. If you are not feeling great about all those three things, then today's the day to fix it. Number one, if you don't feel really optimistic and excited about your business, why not? You can ask, if you are in my free Facebook group, Women Starting Businesses, maybe you can post a struggle that you're having, or, get other people's thoughts on why you may not feel super optimistic about your business. Okay. If you're in my Just Getting Started group, post it in our private Facebook group. We would love to help you. I would love to respond and give you some food for thought on that, right? If you're in Grow Getters, do the same thing. Number two, if you don't feel good about your physical environment, then I challenge you today to rearrange your office or clean up your desk, get organized. I just went through over the holidays and threw out, y'all, stacks of paper of learnings that I had printed a couple years ago when I was starting this business. I started 3 years ago. So it was probably between 3 years ago and 2 years ago when I was still like in that learning mode. And I was printing every single thing I ever read off the internet. And any workshop I got into or any advice that I got. And y'all, there was stacks, and I had not been accessing them because I'm so I was even looking at it going, I'm so glad I'm so far past this that I already know all of this. I'm so thankful, but at the same time, get rid of it. I cleaned out my shelves. I still have a little bit more to do, but I had to clean out my workspace, right? And my desk, I had to clean it off and get it organized. Luckily, my son gave me these little plants. I think it was for my birthday last year. They're fake succulents, but anyways, they're on my desk and they make it look cute. So they make me feel like I have life around me, right? I make my desk look cute. I have my little I'm Just Getting Started coffee mug. I've got, this beautiful microphone, my keyboard, my notepad, pen, and then there's just some other little supplies off the left, and that's it. So I feel good in the space. And if you don't feel good in your workspace, today's the day. I want you to promise me that you'll get working on it. Put some music on and clean up your desk so you can think, okay? And the third thing was feeling good about what you are actually offering, okay? Are you in the zone? Do you feel like it's really good? There's a lot of things in your business that just need to be good enough. I don't think your product or service needs to be perfect right now, but I do think that you need to have pride in it and you need to feel that it's good enough and be like, you know what? They're not going to know what my dream is for this product, but they're going to see that this is actually valuable and this will work. Okay. So I challenge you today, if something is not right with your product or service, please, before you invest any more money or time into this business, that you know that you have a proven product. You know it's something people will want and appreciate and will buy and have bought. And also that it's good enough for them to use right now and get the results that you can get for them. Right? I challenge you today to really look inside, right? And dig deep and say, do I really believe in this? Because I'm telling you now, if you feel good about all these three things, if you feel just optimistic about your business, your workspace is good so you can actually think and work effectively. And number three, you feel good about your product or service, the world is your oyster. I am not kidding. You will be in the zone. You will be working hard. You will be organized. You will be loving working on your business. And you know what? When you have all this in line, that's all that really matters. And you don't have to waste time on a lot of other things. You can focus on what matters and focus on creating a good product or a good service for your people. And it just will make you a happier person. Okay. So what is the world that you're creating for yourself every day? What's the world? How do you feel? And if you haven't intentionally set out to create not only your physical space and your mental space to be optimistic and excited about this business, if you don't do that, this is going to be a hard journey for you. I am not even kidding. It's going to be hard because you're just going to be grumpy and you are going to be grouchy and you're going to be stressed and it's going to carry over into all of your relationships. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be in a good headspace. I want you to be excited about this because you are doing something so amazing. And I want you to be productive, okay, and get it done, so that you can get your product or service out into the world, into the hands of people who are going to be so excited that they bought it from you. Okay? So that is it. Again, I want to remind you, if you are in the starting stage of your business, please right now check out the Just Getting Started group, because I don't want you pulling your hair out as you start your business. I don't want you wasting time doing things that you don't need to be doing. And I don't want you to spend money on things that you don't need to be wasting money on right now, okay? And we cover all of that in the Just Getting Started group. I lay out all the plans for you for starting your business, how to save money, how to get going quickly, how to keep it bare bones so that you can just get this thing launched and start making some income, and then we can perfect as you go. And if you're saying, well, that's great, that's awesome, but I've actually already opened my business, then you need to check out Grow Getters right now. It may not be open at the time that you're listening to this, or it may be, but go down, you can get on the wait list if not. Grow Getters exists to help you grow your business. And how do we do that? We help you by getting good at marketing. Yep, you have to actually get good at marketing your business, because if you don't, it's going to be super hard for you to grow. Okay. And it's going to be super hard for you to be effective when you go on social, when you meet people, when you write emails, whatever it is that you're doing, maybe even paid advertising. None of that is going to work if you don't know the words to say, how to communicate confidently, and you can't clearly state what you're offering and the value you bring. Okay. I know sometimes we giggle at this and you think, what? I can't communicate what I have. I'm telling you, it's one of the biggest struggles I find with new business owners. They don't know what to say. They get all clammy and weird and start acting weird. And then they're scared to say anything because they don't want to be pushy and they don't want to be salesy. So they don't even know how to show up anywhere because they're so scared of like what to say and how to say it and how they're acting. We work on all of that in Grow Getters. I'm inviting you today. Check it out. Anyways, that's it. I'm going on and on about the programs, but I believe in them so much and I've seen the results. And that's why I always have to share them with you. So that is it. Y'all have a great day. I hope you'll take both of these episodes to heart and know that creating a world for your clients and customers is super important. And so is creating a world that is positive and uplifting for yourself so that you can actually achieve this dream of yours. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.